Hey peeps, I wanted to drop back, check in here at the locker room and just kind of talk to you about what I saw at that game. Lakers beating the Mavericks 107-99. But it was a very good game. Very good game. Luka had a triple-double. But LeBron scored the most points by putting up 27. But Luka in that arena, I still call it Staples, but Crypto.com, whatever. Here in LA, in Hollywood, on that stage, I'm telling you, I went to last year, the championship games in Dallas, trying to get to Minnesota. Flight got canceled. But I went to the one in Dallas. Felt the atmosphere, and it was great. I've been to many championship games, felt the atmospheres, and it was great. That game yesterday was a regular season game. Luka on this stage, it was much better than great. It was righteous. It was right. And I thought something here. I said to myself, man, I love Dallas. I love Dallas so much. And it's been great to me, Through whatever I've been through, ups and downs, Dallas has always been there. And I wanted, I guess I wanted that for Luka, or I wanted Luka for Dallas. But honestly, and maybe both, I do, that's both. I wanted that for Luka, because I know how great the people are in Dallas. But I wanted Luka for Dallas. I know how great the people are in Dallas, and Luka would just, and Luka could appreciate him, and he does. And let me tell you why I say that too, before I go any farther. Because Luka was talking about it in all today, how hard that game was, how tough it was coming out to play against the Mavericks. He told me he loved it so much, and he loved the people in Dallas. And he said, sometimes I was not myself out there. I wasn't myself. I just didn't know who I was. I was so lost because, you're fighting yourself. That's where a man gets lost. He's fighting himself. I always say the great men in this world have to try to mitigate the kid in him so it doesn't mess up the king in him. So you're fighting, and can you imagine him having that fight, man? Fighting the place he loved and the place he built, and he just took him to a championship last year. And now, fighting the emotions of playing against that team. I underestimated that because I've never done that. I've never gotten cut, I've never gotten traded. But wow, this dude has been in the NBA. It's been playing professional basketball, I should say, since he was 16 years old. What hasn't he seen? He's faced some of the top competition, and he's stepped on all of it. But stepping on this stage, because the conflict within his heart, the moments he had shared with the people in Dallas, with those players in that uniform, became big. And he couldn't sleep. It was overwhelming. And in the game, he looked tired. I was right there. He looked tired, and I gave the credit to Jason Kidd in the defense because they took him full length of the floor, and they trapped him and they worked him. They got the ball out of his hands, and they But then when he revealed he didn't sleep at all, I thought, wow, See, I couldn't relate to that since I never played again. I've never returned to play a team that cut me. But as much as I love Dallas, I gotta say this. Luka's in the right place. Luka's in the right place. I've never seen anything like I saw last night. Just the atmosphere in that game. every time he touches the ball, it's almost like a balloon just blows up, bow, and then he hits it, and everybody just pops. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. He's going to be so big. He's going to be international. I mean, listen to me now. When LeBron has the ball, you feel something. Even when Austin Reeves has the ball, you feel something. But when Luka has that ball in that crypto Staples Center, that thing is electric. Everybody's going to draw to this. They asked on the show today, what will it take for Luka to get over Dallas? And I love seeing that he loved Dallas so much, but a few more atmosphere like that, a few more games with that atmosphere, it'll be over. Luka will understand that this is a blessing. And peeps, I'm telling you, in Dallas, I know it hurt us, but this is right if we love him. This is right. There's nothing like that. I'm telling you, you're going to come out here and catch a game, and you're going to feel it. Because it's the stage. And all the stars, they're going to be starting to come into this. They're going to see this. And man, this is going to be. And that little three-head monster is good. But Luka on that stage. They say sometimes if you love them, you let them go. And if they return, you know, and it was right or something like that. I don't know how it goes, but I'm saying Dallas, we gotta love them enough to let them go. And just be a fan of his. I almost got me a Laker Luka jersey and wore it. But then I thought my peeps back home might get too mad at me and say I took it too far. So I didn't do it. But let me tell you something. Don't get fooled. Kyrie and Luka were going at it in that game. It was great to watch that right there live, and I was right that close. Kyrie and Luka were going at it in that game, man. It was so much, man. I'm going to go home and watch it again tonight. I am. I'm going to watch it again. Because I was watching it on the floor, and I want to see if I back up, what do I see? Because I was overwhelmed. I was into the crowd. Every time Luka shot out, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. I do feel like I got a piece of it since Luka started in Dallas. So it's okay for us to celebrate that for Luka. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was happy. Dallas played hard too. I'm anxious to see what we have in Dallas when we get Anthony Davis and everybody back. They played hard, and Kyrie played great. But I was happy for Luka. I'm sorry.